Hello, this is Jakub Kulawiak, and today I'll be walking you through my thought process for Game 1011 Lab 1 assignment. So I thought off that first I would create the platforms there so that the games, once they are generated, would have a location to be stored. So once the games are generated, they will be taken back to the platform, and then they are stored in an array that is preset. And then once that is done, we can go into the majority of the function, as the majority of the function is dependent on these two being linked together. So after these are generated and linked together, I knew that, well, I thought to go into a menu which would handle the interactions between the user and the console, so that once it guides the player down the platform list to the games, and then to eventually the single game that the player chooses, they can create their user input number, R number for random. So they would create their random number of achievements, and then it would be displayed if asked. So the reason it is displayed when asked is so that the entire screen does not get as cluttered as it would be if I decided to display all information at once. So going through the chain, you will display the publisher, the company name of the platform, and then the name of the platform. So then once you're there, you get the name of the, well, it will also display the games. So once you're there, it will display the publisher, the developer, and then the title of the game as well. And then once you're down here, it will ask you the questions who created. And then due to the And unfortunately, I was unable to create a dynamically allocated array, so the function utilizes a vector as I wish to still present something for this assignment rather than leaving it empty. So after I had decided that the entirety of the function, well, of the main gist of the function was created, I thought about how the cleanup of the program would go, because due to the achievements being dynamically allocated, it's required that I get rid of them somehow so that they don't potentially leak into the system. So right here we see that we have this basic for loop that will enact through a platform to obtain a game, and then through that game object, it then activates a function known as clean achieve. My apologies, my slight illiteracy coming out. But asides the point. So once you are into that function, you are then greeted with another for loop, which will delete the vector which will delete the pointer to that object, and then it will set that pointer to a null pointer, and then which it will clear it, and then shrink the array to the vector to fit the absolute nothing that is there. And then once that is done, it will then go through the rest and exit through return code 0. And that is entirely my thought process on how this would function. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.